All right. And then here.
We are live.
We are live, but let me. Okay. Okay. All right. So give me a second while I get into Instagram, everybody. So going to Instagram. Okay. It says I'm live on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see me, by the way? Can anybody
Let me
see me?
check. Usually I'll get a note. I got a note that Amberly went live on Instagram. You says you did,
Okay.
but
Let's
maybe I don't
try.
have a notification on for you. But if it says live in the corner,
Okay. So maybe I should.
and in the left pane where you see us, if it says live above that on Instagram, then you're live.
Oh, okay. So you mean you mean if it says a tick, if there's a tick.
I don't see you, Eric. I see
Okay.
Look,
Amberly. I don't see you.
Okay.
there's an actual button at the top that says live, and
Okay.
it'll show you how many people are watching.
All right. So maybe I should put it in again then. All right,
Okay.
folks. So hold on one second, folks, because I am doing something here and I want to make sure it's done right. So public, and then let's see. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Okay. And then, and then all right. Okay. So now, okay. Yeah, so it's not allowing me to do it anymore. Okay, well, if not, then that's fine. We'll just have to get started anyway. Yeah, that's technology.
That is
It worked well
technology.
last night. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Eric F. King, and I'm excited to be here today for Monday Motivation with my world-class all-star panel. So, and yes, absolutely. It deserves a round of applause. I see a lot of people here already from different platforms. And today we will be speaking with Leah Garcia, Amberly Shreve, Annie Alsong, and Zion Energuru, and Cassandra Terry. Sorry, I didn't see that. And Cassandra Terry. So, and we have a great topic today. Okay, a great topic. And a lot of times people are, that are in business, they have a lot of needs in terms of what they need to learn to build a big business. And we have a panel today they are all experts in their given fields. Okay, so they're going to give you exactly what you need to know based on what their background is. Okay, and as you know, I only put the best on my panels. All right, so you're going to hear from all of them today. So let's get started. We're going to get started with my good friend all the way from Texas. And as you know, in anything I start, whatever I do, I always start with mindset because that's where it starts, folks. Okay, it doesn't matter how grandiose your goal is. If you don't have the right mindset, it will never happen. It will never happen. All right. So I'm going to go out to Texas to talk to an incredible mindset coach. She is an author. She is a leader. She's all over the internet. People are looking want her for her time everywhere. But you get her today for free. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to send it out to Cassandra Terry in Texas.
Thank you so much, Eric. And it's great to be here once again. Happy Motivation Monday to everyone. We see 10x, 100x, all kinds of X's all the time. But the difference between what we try to do and what you see in a lot of places is actionable steps. I'm going to talk to you from the perspective of mindset. I am sure that Leah and Amberly, Zion and Eric, they're all going to bring you actionable steps from their given field of expertise, because we want you to go away every Monday, not just inspired, but with at least one thing that you can do differently than before you started this call, because that is what it's all about. We live a life of patterns. And when we're going through these same patterns over and over and over again, the only thing that we can create is the same result. So when you want something different, you have to be willing to do something different. That's the only way. So 10xing actionable steps. That's right, Ollie. That's what we're going for. And not only if you're not ready from a mindset perspective, that it may cause you it's likely that you won't be successful. But the other side of that is if you happen to stumble into the success, you're not prepared to maintain it. So mindset, being prepared is so important. And the first thing that comes to mind, and Eric was displaying it at the beginning of the call, and that's resilience. When you have a resilient mindset, you know that life is going to life. Obstacles are going to come. Things are going to happen, but you prepared for that. You are prepared and you keep moving forward. Eric, I had the same experience. Every other Sunday night or so, I meet with a team out of India, and we're talking about the same sorts of things. And it's about 30 people, and it's technology. And last night, technology was giving me the blues. And I took that and I talked and I used it in our conversation. And I said, what you just had modeled for you is an example of resilience and perseverance. I could have said, hey guys, it's not going to work tonight. It's midnight already almost, and I've got to get up to be with Eric at 6 a.m. So if it doesn't get going right away, we'll just call it and we'll reschedule. But no, 30 people had assembled. So instead of me getting frustrated, instead of me calling it off or postponing it, I immediately leaned into my resilience and I said, we're going to figure this out. And I had to do 3 or 4 different things before we finally were able to get it going. And it was one of our best sessions yet. So focusing on the solution, understanding, believing with everything in you that you can get to that solution is what will give you the resilience you need to keep moving forward. Frustration, overwhelm, those things kill your creativity. If I had been leaning into the problem, I never would have found the way to get it going. And so cultivating that resilient mindset. How do I know I'm resilient? The reason that you know is because you're here. Everything that has been thrown at you to date, you've gotten past it. You've gotten through it. If you're going through something right now, you're going through it. You're not allowing yourself to get stuck in it. And that's a resilient person. You have to see yourself that way. If you're going to take the time to look back, use it to encourage yourself, to remind yourself of all the things that you've overcome to this point, so that you know that whatever's coming next, you have the skills necessary to keep moving forward. So 1, cultivate and lean into a resilient mindset. Secondly, if you are going to grow anything, you have to master leadership. And leadership mastery begins with mastering self. Do you have the discipline? Do you have the mindset? Are you committed to doing this thing? People are watching. The very people who would one day be your customers, the very people who will one day be a part of your team, they are watching. And if you're putting out the right stuff, you are going to draw the right people to you. So begin by the mastery of self. I can get excited. I can get up and get going, even if there's nobody around to clap their hands, right? I've mastered me. Do I always get it right? No, but I've got a community. You see 4 of them right here that I can lean into and they can help me snap my head back on straight. So mastering leadership begins with self. And once you've got that down, strategic goal setting. Be very, very clear about what it is you are, where you are, and what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And then you create the plan to get from point A to point B. And you set goals. Goals should be challenging, but not defeating. It's going to stretch me and move me forward. It's getting me out of my comfort zone, but it's not so huge that it's overwhelming and it's difficult for me to get started. Each step towards your goal is a step towards your personal growth and development. So strategic goal setting is going to take you there as well. And then as you continue in that space, enhancing your communication skills. You have to be able to deliver the value that you have. You have to be able to deliver what it is that you're trying to accomplish so that the right folks get in the boat with you and are helping you row towards those goals of yours. So your ability to communicate is key. Do I know what I want? Can I share that with any so that he can help me from his perspective? Each person on this stage has something that I don't have. They have a focus area that's not my particular strength. But if I can get them working with me, cheering me on, helping me figure out how to get from point A to point B, I get there much quicker. So communications is going to help you get there. And then lastly, you want to, as a leader, empower and inspire. If I tell him this great thing that I have, yeah, and it'd be really great if I could get you to help me. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, but I certainly haven't lit a fire under him. I haven't gotten him going so that he's like, yes, Cassandra, let's do this. You have to be able to inspire the people that are in your community, the folks who are going to be your customers. They need to be excited about what you have so they see how they need it for themselves. And the same thing with the team, getting everybody in the same boat and rowing in the same direction, working towards the same goals. That takes that good communication skills, not only to give the message, but to give the message in a way that gets everyone excited. So I'm Cassandra Terry, life coach with a focus on mindset. I believe the voice within wins. What you believe to be true about you is what's going to shape how your life unfolds. So do the work to get that messaging right so that you are moving yourself forward and not tethering yourself to history. All right, Eric, with that, I will give it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Okay. So, you were talking earlier about resilience and not giving up and not being discouraged. And when I started this call, I was trying to get on Instagram and I couldn't do it, but I started anyway. I wasn't dejected. I wasn't upset. I didn't quit. And guess what? We're on Instagram now. Yeah. So people are telling me that I am on Instagram. So you see, well, and that's the thing, because it didn't bother me. I kept on going. Right. So, and I think those are the best lessons in the world. Right. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But if we don't quit, we can't lose. We'll always succeed. Right. So appreciate that, Cassandra, for the words of wisdom. And it's a pleasure for us to be on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, for some of you, Facebook. We are growing every day, folks. This is exciting. And by the way, if you're new, we're here every Monday. Every Monday, 7 a.m., you will find us here. We were here on Christmas Day. We were here on New Year's Day. Okay, so we are here every Monday. All right, and I want to welcome all the people. I mean, Coral is here from across the pond. Leslie, welcome. LaDonna, welcome. Conchita, welcome. Let's see. Oli, welcome. LaShawn, welcome. There's so many people here. I can't even get to everybody. Let's see. Kim, welcome. There's so many people here. Definitely put your comments in the chat and put your questions in the chat too, because maybe there's something that you need help with. Okay. And one of us can help you. Then let us do that. Put that in the chat. All right. So without further ado, let me go to our second speaker. So I'm going from Texas all the way to California, where she woke up early this morning. It's 4 o'clock over there. She woke up early this morning to deliver this message to you. Okay. So Leah Garcia is a financial strategist, a financial expert, right? She knows about how to make money, how to save money, how to invest money. And let me tell you something, we all need money. All right. So for all of you that said, well, money isn't that important. Well, I beg to differ. Money can change your life. People that are broke say money isn't important, but they need it. People that have money say, yeah, money is important because I have it. Right. So we all need money. We need to know how to make it, how to manage it. All right. That's why I brought one of the best coaches I know in the world on this topic. All right. So to take out your pens, your iPads, whatever, to listen to my good friend who is a black belt in karate too. I have to say that because that's impressive. All right. Our financial expert, Leah Garcia, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric, King of Collaboration. My name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional. I'm here to help you earn your black belt in financial literacy. And I educate families on how to properly protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth. And you're right, Eric. People say money's not that important, but it's right up there with oxygen, right? So today I'm going to give you 3 tips that you need to 10x your business. So number 1, if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, I'd say take the time, invest the time to have a proper entity selection. So many people default to self-employed, sole proprietor, and that's where many people start. But remember, you're not intended to stay there. There's a lot of reasons why you don't want to stay sole proprietor. You're paying that extra self-employment tax if you are here in the US. Also, you now are exposing your personal assets as if you have an issue that goes along with your business. So really important to create that division between your personal assets and your business assets. Huge, huge, huge. So improper entity selection, what can be your biggest enemy. I've watched it completely devastate businesses by not having that division, by having to pay that extra taxes. Heck, instead of overpaying Uncle Sam, how about if you start overpaying yourself? Instead of paying that to Uncle Sam, that could be thousands of dollars. I just helped a business owner. That self-employment tax for him was almost $50,000 just by creating the proper entity. Now that $50,000 is going to go to pay himself. Number 2, you need the 4-pillar professionals. That is your CPA, a CPA that is specialized in the industry that you are selecting. Number 2 is you need an estate planning attorney. I know that sounds like, why do I need an estate planning attorney? Because you have to begin with the end in mind. You're not doing all of this sacrifice, getting up early, working hard, making all of these exchanges just to not have any money, right? We're here to create wealth and generational wealth. So you need that estate planning attorney. Also a tax attorney, because when is the worst time to look for a tax attorney? Is when you're in trouble and you need one. So create that relationship in advance. And then you need a licensed life and health insurance agent. Wealth management is one muscle. That's about growing your wealth. A life insurance agent can help you set up things that wealth management cannot. Because see, here's the thing. Entrepreneurs, that's not a linear business. You're not going to go from one income to a next, step by step from 40,000 to 50,000 to 60,000. That's not what entrepreneur is about. You're going to go from 0 to hero. And if you don't have that infrastructure in place, you will have to slow down, stop your momentum, back up, and now create those relationships and have that. It's actually referred to in the industry as a virtual family office. It's usually just for the sector that's $100 million or more in net worth. However, now because of the internet and all the things that we have, all the education, you can have access to it too. You don't even need $1 to have your 4-pillar professionals in place. So I'm pretty sure all of you can afford free. And number 3, I say begin with the end in mind. And what do I mean by that? How are you going to exit your business? One day after you've created this wealth and now you have this business, what do you plan to do with it? Are you going to sell it? Are you going to franchise it? Are you going to groom somebody, educate somebody to take over this business? Are you going to recruit somebody into your business so that you can train them? Are you going to leave it to your family members? Are you going to transition it into something that is passive income? So what is the vision? Where are you going? And then you can reverse engineer what you need to put in place in order to be able to achieve that. And so those are the 3 things I wanted to share with you. And so here's the thing. We're working hard to create this wealth. This wealth should not end with you, because if it did, that's called what? A job. We could do that every day and all twice on Sunday. We're here. We're doing this to create generational and multi-generational wealth. And you're not going to stumble into that. It requires planning, advanced planning. This is not a DIY do-it-yourself project, folks. You need the professionals that are going to be there educating you and guiding you, because they can see the troubles down the road. They can see the things, that pitfalls that could stumble you up, and help you to prevent those. So that's my time. My name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist. Reach out to me, and I'd love to share with you my Wall of Wealth ebook. So I hand it back to you, Eric F., king of collaboration.
All right. Thank you so much, Leah. We appreciate you. You always bring the heat, and we learn so much from you. So yeah, and definitely pick up that ebook she's talking about. So definitely put it in the chat, Leah, because I learned a lot from it when I read it. All right, so let's keep on going. So we're going all the way from California. We're flying back to the East Coast to talk to my good friend, who is a business communication expert. Now, let me ask you a question. If you're in business, would you agree with me that communication is important, right? Communication is important. Would you agree with me that building relationships is important? And if you do agree with me, then I want you to be all ears, as my next speaker is going to speak about it, and she's one of the best in the world at speaking about this, all right? So we're going to go to Maryland to talk to Miss Amberly Shreve. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric. And good morning, everyone. It's so great to see you all. I am Amberly Shreve. I am with Promptings powered by Sendout Cards. And we're going to go over some tips and tricks for 10xing your business. And listen, there's no time frame on this. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. So just enjoy the ride, right? I think that's a key point when we start out in business. Oh, I have to be here at this time and I have to do this. No, you don't. Just take a deep breath and enjoy the ride. So the first thing we're going to talk about is leadership. Look, real talk, okay? Most people need a role model. You know this. You see people all the time. They need a role model. Inspire people effectively. Inspire their dreams. Sometimes people need motivation. They don't have the skills that you have. They might not even have the dreams, the goals, the aspirations, but you do. So take a moment and think about how you're going to inspire not only yourself, but your team, the people that you're doing life with. Sales and marketing, it needs to be solid. You're going to master customer acquisition and retention strategies. You're going to go through each and every piece to make sure that everything is solid. Financial management, you're going to stop by, you're going to say hi to Leah. You're going to say, Leah, look, I need to have my stuff. Understand how cash flow works. Understand your budget, your investment. You need to have certain things in place to make sure that your business is running well. You obviously need to go see Cassandra because your mindset needs to be where it needs to be. Your mindset, your outlook, how you're showing up, again, not only for yourself, but for your team. That is a huge piece. Your innovation, how you're continuously improving yourself and your services. Remember, we are growing and stretching every single day. Things change. You need to be on top of that. Okay, you're going to be working with Eddie. He's going to make you famous. He's going to go through pieces and say, look, that's a little bit outdated. We need to go here, here, and here. Networking, you're going to need to build relationships. You're going to need how to speak to people, how to have conversations, and sort of, go through and find out about people, find out about their families and what they love and what they enjoy. You need to be able to have authentic, beautiful conversations that flow very well. I absolutely can help you in those areas. Building relationships should be seamless and beautiful. And when they work, they are such a gift. And I want to be able to share that with you. problem solving, addressing challenges, addressing issues. If you're not quite sure where you are and you're like, gosh, I'm really not looking at things right, call up Zion and say, hey, listen, I'm just struggling with where I am, and I'm not quite sure that I'm looking at things correctly. He's going to be there to help you. Tech savvy, you need to embrace your digital tools and make sure that you are where you need to be. Time management. You're going to practice your tasks, maximize your productivity. And if you need help along the way, Eric is going to guide you. He's going to take you through. He's going to mentor you. He's going to show you what to do from point A to point Z. And you need a team of people. You cannot do everything by yourself. You need people that, number one, care about you, know who you are, know what your dreams are, know what your aspirations are, and where you want to be. Talk about these things, feel them, visualize them. And last but not least, the follow-up. You and I are going to be such great friends. We're going to do real life together. We're going to talk about the systems that need to be put in place for you to not only stay top of mind, but to be able to communicate and stay in front of not only the people that you are working with, but your clients. Your clients and customers are most important. You want to give them the ultimate experience in life because you are special. You have something to give. You have something that is so beautiful that people need. And I know you want to pull all of those gifts out of each and every person. So let's get to work, friends. I wish for you all a beautiful week. Hey, listen, if you want to learn more about gratitude, about appreciation, about self-development, I am having my first in-person event on July 13th. I want you all to be there to share and do life with me. Come learn something new. Bring your business cards, bring yourself. Let's have a beautiful day of fellowship, love, and gratitude. I feel so honored and blessed to spend this time with you all today. Have a wonderful week.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Man, I really appreciate it. We all appreciate it. I've spent thousands of dollars going to webinars and seminars and all kinds of stuff. And I don't even think I learn as much as I do when I come here. Because all of you give so much value, right? That if we just not just take notes, but if we actually implement half of what we learn every morning, it'd be incredible. Our businesses will go to another level. Not just our businesses, our lives, right? So appreciate that, Amberly, as always. So we're going to keep on moving. I'm going to share a few tips that can help you in your business. Okay. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm a sales and leadership coach, which means I help entrepreneurs 2x, 3x, even 10x their business without being pushy or salesy, right? Because a lot of times, we have a great product, we have a great service, but we're afraid to share it. We don't want to sound like we're selling. Like we want to help people, but we don't want to sound like we're too aggressive or too pushy. And that's where I come in. So I help people do that. And my mission really is to help as many entrepreneurs as possible to not just flourish in business, but also flourish in life, right? Because, if you do well in business and you're making enough money, that helps you with your relationships. That helps you with your health, right? You can eat healthy food. Like there's so many things, right? So I'm going to give you a few tips that can help you to 10x your business. Number one, you need to be able to network and collaborate with other successful people. Now, here's the thing. I didn't learn this till late in my career in business. Okay. Like when I started, it was just like hustle. So how much can I make? And the money wasn't coming in. Right? What you chase runs away from you, right? But then when I started to network and get to know people, right? And when I started to collaborate with people, then an avalanche of success comes in. Okay. So you want to, events like this is perfect. This is a great start, right? The people that you see in the chat, network with them. The speakers that you're hearing today, contact them, follow them, learn from them. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, you want to be more visible. right? You want people to see what you're doing, right? People say, well, Eric, I don't want to really put myself out there. I said, well, then you don't want to make any money. Bottom line, you can't have both, right? What do you want, right? You got to be visible. You got to be out there, right? People say, well, Eric, we see you everywhere. But why? Because I know the importance of being visible, okay? How do you become visible? Number one, you can get on podcasts, right? You can get on podcasts. There are always people looking for podcasts. That, more people see you that way, okay? You can get on online summits where you're one of the speakers, right? That adds to your visibility as well. You can post, you can do videos. Like I do short videos, 60-second videos, 30-second videos, right? It doesn't have to be long. Actually, the longer it is, the less likely they're going to watch it. So by the way, so if you do this 10-minute incredible presentation, you'll be surprised if you check your statistics or your numbers that 90% of people dropped out, like before 5 minutes, right? So that's another tip. All right. And then lastly, and my favorite for the people that like to speak, is a way for you to join the 1% of coaches, consultants, and authors in the world. And that is to speak in a studio room. Okay. Like Anthony Robbins, Lisa Nichols, Charlene Johnson, Eric Worre, all these people, that's where they are, right? So if you're inclined to speak, then that's what you want to do. And if you have any interest in that, go to studiospeaking.com, and hear about what I do for people. Okay. And then lastly is you have to be able to sell your offer. That's right. I said it. Sell your offer. It doesn't sell itself. Okay. People say, well, my offer is so good. It sells itself. No, it doesn't. That's just something that's a figment of your imagination. Right? You have to sell it, but you can sell it in a way that lowers the guard of the people you're meeting with. You have to lower their guard, right? By you can build rapport. You can ask the right questions, right? I don't have time to get into all of that now, but if you want to learn how to do that, to be able to hold a conversation and be in control, to be able to close the deal without being pushy, go to compassionatecloser.com. You can download my ebook on how to be more influential and persuasive. And if you want, you can book a call. I have a class coming up very soon in the next week. So if you want to be a part of that, go to compassionatecloser.com. All right. So that's what I want to share with you all today. Appreciate your time. And I see the questions. Keep putting the questions in there. And now we are going to go to our next speaker. All right. And next speaker. Remember, I said you need to be visible, right? And part of visibility is marketing. So I have one of the best marketers that I have ever met here today. And guess what? You're going to have a chance to hear from him. All right. He makes people famous. On LinkedIn, he made me famous. Half the people I mean, look, way more than half the people. I'd say 80% of the people here on this call, at least on LinkedIn and YouTube, I got from the LinkedIn audio rooms that he introduced me to. Right. And that's not all he does. So without further ado, I want to go to the marketing expert. He is all the way in Europe here for on our call today. His name is Eni Asong. Eni, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, my good friends. Huge topic as always, Eric. Huge topic, and you've shared absolute gems, all of you. Of course, this is why we work together. This is why I'm most of your clients. All of you here have helped me to build my business. Doing exactly what you're talking about, my friend. Eric Sales Coaching transformed our revenue literally. So, and of course, Cassandra's mindset teachings goes everywhere. So I've used Amberly's business card service has moved my friends forward, made us better friends. I saw this because these are the things that you need to build a business. I was thinking today, this is a whole lifetime of knowledge we have to learn, right? How to 10x your business. But guess what, my friends? What we're learning today is the same work it takes to 100x your business, 1,000x your business. Just doing the right things always. So from my side, I guess for me, it comes down to essentially you have a business already, right? So how can you fine tune it? How can you truly turn it up? You know, and I want to talk about the 4 Ps, in my mind, because I'm talking. This topic aligns with my conversations this week, especially. So I think for me, it's about going the extra mile to deliver unforgettable customer service. Truly customer service. Delighting your customers. That's what is going to 10x your business. What does that look like? Essentially, for me, it comes down to, I guess, a mindset game, like Cassandra said. What's your attitude towards your customers? Do you really understand them, as Amberly was saying? Do you get them? Have you got a solution that they want, that they need, that truly moves them forward? If you do, you're halfway there. They'll buy what you offer them, and also they'll stay loyal. They'll stay loyal to you. And if you don't find a solution that helps them, all the tricks and tips won't help you. I promise you. Design what your customers really need. Start there. Second thing I would say, Eric mentioned right at the beginning again. We have to know how to solve our problems. Problems will come. They really will. Whether it's technical problems, whether it's something goes wrong, with an order or a partner that we're working with. I'm saying learn to solve your problems. We have to learn how to be that. We have to be, I guess, we have to wear many hats as entrepreneurs. We can't just say, okay, that's not working. I'm going to sit back and just leave it be. Learn to fix problems. If it's your website goes down, do something. If it's not fixing yourself, get someone who's going to fix it for you. Do something, but fix those technical issues. They will come, right? And your customers will have problems with whatever you provide to them as well. Learn to fix those problems. Now, the third one I would say, is really having the people skills. As we mentioned today, communication skills. If you can't communicate, if you can't relate to your customers, they will know that you don't really care. Everything you do goes out the window. So, it's for you to show them that you truly care about them. That means that if they have a problem with what you do, if they want something different, treat them as humans. Make what you do personalized. Get to be able to talk to them truly on their level, speaking their language. A lot of people I see that now they design businesses and they think it's about them. They forget the whole customer side. A business runs on only because of your customers. If they're not paying you, you don't have a business. If you can delight them, you got a business that's going to work forever, and they will just keep paying you. So learn to truly talk to them in their language. I say that also leads to my 4th P, which is promote. I truly think it's part of our duty as the gift that was mentioned earlier, that Amberly mentioned. We have a gift in something. That's why we're in business, right? But many of us do the gift. We create the product for the gift. We forget that unless we tell the people who need that solution, our game is not done yet. We haven't completed our task, our mission in life. So promote. My friends, you want to know how to do marketing? Let's talk. I can never help you with that, right? It's too big a game, I can tell you, in 5 minutes I've just taken to speak so far. Okay, I'll leave it at that, my friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Eddie. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You always bring the nuggets. All right, so we're going to go on to our next speaker. Now we're going from Europe all the way to Nigeria, all right, in West Africa. So, this is a worldwide, global call, folks, okay? You're gonna learn from people all over the world, whether you like it or not. All right. So our next speaker, he is Mr. Positivity. He brings positivity to the world, to the people that he talks to, on the stages that he speaks, right? I actually hired him at one point, right? So if you want to be positive, and positivity, is going to take your life to a whole new level, right? Then you need to listen closely. Listen closely to what he has to say. So without further ado, Zion, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's another Monday to stay motivated, to stay inspired. And it's always a privilege to listen to my fellow speakers who have already spoken before me: Cassandra, Leah, Amberly, Mr. Eric himself, and Annie Osong. Thank you so much for inspiring us, for teaching us, for telling us on how to times 10 our business. Whenever I come here, I always learn. And I want to say a very big thank you. And to our amazing people in the listening lounge, listening to us from all over the world, we want to say a very big thank you. Please do not forget, we are not just here to motivate you for the sake of it. We are motivating you, we're inspiring you. We are bringing this wisdom, this nuggets, because we want you to take action. We want it to be better. We want it to improve. And that's why this is coming every Monday. Please take it to heart and make up your mind to continue to take action so you can not just increase yourself, but also your business. It's an amazing topic again today. And for me, it's all about spreading positivity. And one of the first skills that I will recommend for you in improving not just yourself, but your business is the positivity skill. Now, you must understand that positivity is a skill. It can be learned, it can be taught, and it can be nurtured. Yes. And, for every business, when we're talking about a business does not run itself. It is the people behind the business that runs the business. The people behind the business are the minds that run the business. So for every outlook of a business you see is the outlook of the people behind the business. And that's the reason why it is very, very important that the people who run any business have a positive mindset. Yes, you must train your employees, you must train your staff in positivity. And if you need help with that, in training them with positivity, do where to reach out to me, and we can embrace the positivity together. Because positivity skill is a skill that any business should have. And when you have it, it has the tendency to uplift your business to the heights that you want it to be. And one thing I've learned about positivity is this: a positive person is someone who understands what it means to believe in self-belief. And I tell you, when the staff, your employees, do not believe in themselves, there is no way they can believe in a business as well, because they cannot give what they don't have. So one thing positivity will do for you, it will not just teach you, but also your employees on how to believe in themselves. Because when they believe in themselves, believe in their ability, they also in return believe in the business and believe in the ability of the business. Because these minds need to be positioned in a place of growth, in a place where they can be able to embrace positivity. A positivity skill, for anyone who has it, this person has the ability to also be resilient as well. Resilience is a skill that individuals need to have. If the individuals who are running the business are people who are resilient, definitely the business too will be a business that is resilient. Like I said before, the brain behind the business is what makes the business what it is. When you look at some business, they will tell you, oh, this business, they have good customer services. It is not the business in itself that has the customer services. It is the people who are employed to work in there that has these services. So the ability for you to teach your employees the positivity skill will also help your business to have a positive outlook. And I tell you, your business will be in an upward trajectory. Yes. So one skill that you must have in this time in improving your business and allowing your business to grow is the ability for you to have the positivity skill. And one skill, again, I would say, I know what my co-speakers have said this earlier, it's the communication skill. For most of us, our visions are beautiful, our goals are amazing, but then we do not have the right communication to be able to put it out there. Communication is vital. It's very key for you, for your personal growth and for your professional growth as well. The ability for you to sell your business or to put your business out there is for you to effectively communicate your vision. And one thing is what communication does for you is if you can effectively communicate the vision of your business, it builds relationship. And when relationships are being built, people can trust you. And when people trust you, they will patronize you. When people trust you, they will be attracted to you. And when people trust you, your income will increase and your business, many persons will get to know your business. And one thing that communication will do for you is to be able to convey your thoughts and ideas. I tell you, most of the clients, they won't patronize you if their vision does not align with your vision, if their goal does not align with your goal. And how will they know if you are not effectively communicating these things? So communication skill is very important, and it's key for us to be able to increase our business and also increase our income. And thirdly, one of the skills that we need to master in this time is the social media skill. Social media skill. We still live in a time where people doesn't even know how to navigate Facebook, LinkedIn, all the social media. It's key and it's very, very important. We live in a social media age. Yes, you might know how to communicate. You might have a good vision. You might know how to communicate, but what channel are you using to communicate your visions? What channel are you using to sell your message? That's the reason why you need to be able to master the communication, the social media skill. And when you think about social media skill, there is need for you to have a good knowledge of this platform. Do not say, oh, I only know how to navigate LinkedIn, but when it comes to TikTok, I cannot do that. There is need for you to grow. So for someone who wants to grow his business, you need to have this skill to be able to, familiarize yourself with this social media that we have now. What social media will do for you, it will help you bring you in the front of your target audience. For me, when I was pushing my positivity, I'm all the way in Nigeria, but social media has helped me to reach every corner of the world. From Nigeria, I can reach out all parts of the world. Why? Because I knew how to master the skill of social media. So if you have a message, if you have a business, if you are selling something, I encourage you today, master social media, put yourself out there, do the video. You might not like it, put it there. Someone just needs to hear what you have to say. And I tell you, you are going to enjoy it in the long run. And lastly, one of the skills that you must master is the networking skill. I had to learn this on my journey of spreading positivity. And one thing I learned is this: the fastest way to get there is to network with people who are already there. I will say that again. The fastest way for you to get there is to network with people who are already there. I usually say this: network your way to success. Yes, you want to attain success, you want to get to greatness. There are people who are already there before you. And the fastest way for you to get there is to network with those people. Networking will open you up to opportunities you can never imagine, that you can never dream of. One thing networking does is networking serves as a recommendation. Now, I'm a friend to Eric. People might not need to ask me, who am I? But because they saw me with Eric, automatically that's a recommendation. And that's what networking will do for you. So these are my few tips for you to increase your business, increase yourself, and become a better person. So thank you so much for listening. I yield the mic over to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Well, thank you so much, John. We appreciate you as always. All right. So we have about 10 minutes left because we like to close on time. We have more people on now than ever before. We have a bunch of people on LinkedIn, well over 100. We have people on Instagram. We have people on YouTube, Facebook. This is incredible. And why? Because we give value. So here's my ask for all of you. Next time, bring somebody with you, right? So next time, say, hey, you should jump on a call I get on every Monday, right? I get a lot out of this, right? So let's double and triple this to help more people. All right. So by the way, on this platform, on the chat, it's for It's for positive comments and questions. It's not for pitching, right? So if you pitch, you'll notice that my team takes it off. They just delete it, right? So this is not the time to say, hey, come get my program or come buy this. Or that's not what it's for, right? This is to inspire people, all right? And another thing you have to learn is when to pitch your offer and when not to, right? If you go into different groups trying to pitch, you won't make any money. People don't buy from people like that. I just want you to know. Because I'm a sales coach, I know, right? That's not how they buy from you. What they do, how they buy from you is when you do things the right way. You get into, you join a networking group, right? Where they want to hear what you have to say, right? You get on a podcast, all the things we're saying. So I just want to help somebody that thinks, that's the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. All right. Okay, so now we have several questions. We only have 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull out a few that we haven't answered yet. Let's see. By the way, Winston, you talked about you have a problem pitching your clients. All right, so what I'd advise you, just contact me and I can meet with you. You go to compassionatecloser.com. We'll talk about that. But I want a more generic question for everybody. Let's see. Okay. So we do have a question by our good friend Coral. And the question is, what specific leadership skills have you found most effective in the growth of your business? And that's a great question because money rises with leadership. So I learned that many years ago, right? Money rises with leadership, right? So we're going to have Amberly start off with that question. Go ahead, Amberly.
So I love this question. Thank you so much, Coral. So I really think that anything business related, it starts with authenticity. Where are you coming from? What are you looking to achieve in being your authentic self? Your leadership skills, what you are looking to achieve, those goals. That's going to be most effective. Your authenticity, where you're leading from, is going to drive your growth. You want to make sure that you're showing up, you're leading in love, you're showing up in a beautiful way. You are wanting to bring value to others. So just a couple key points. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll go from Leah, and then Cassandra.
Yeah, great question. Thank you, Coral. And Cassandra talked about it. She touched on it earlier. Number one is being able to lead yourself. And that comes from what? That comes from knowing yourself. What are your core values? And when you know your core values, that's when you can formulate your message. And Zion hit it on the head. That's when your communication will be effective. Your people will resonate with you because you're effectively communicating your core values, which comes from leading yourself. So hand it back to you, Eric.
All right. Thank you. And Cassandra.
I think an important skill in your business from the very beginning is to look at your business from the focus of your customers. Who are you trying to reach? What value are you trying to bring? And if you are clear about that and you believe in that, you'll never sell a day in your life because what you're doing is servicing. And you're servicing that customer base, which will lead to sales. They will want what it is that you have because you figured out the problem that particular group has and you have a solution for them. So you don't have to go around going, please, please, please buy my widget. No, they're asking you, I heard what you had to say. It really resonated with me. I'd like to learn more about that. And you begin those authentic communications that Amberly was just talking about. And you give yourself the opportunity to share what you have because you really believe it's going to help. That's what I could talk about mindset in my sleep because I believe that it's that important. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm trying to help you change your life and see yourself in a way where you are pushing yourself forward instead of holding yourself back. When you have that type of conviction about what you're doing, you're not selling, you're sharing, you're servicing. So look at it from the perspective of your customers. I heard somebody earlier say, speak their language. That means understand what they need and then be able to give them that. All right, back to you, Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. All right. We have about 5 minutes. So I'm going to bring up the next question. So if you can answer it, but then also let everybody know how they can reach you, right? Because all of you are very busy coaches. You're very successful, but I want everybody to have a chance to be able to speak with you if they want to, or at least connect with you. All right. So let's see. All right. So let me do this. I'm going to click on that question. All right, so this is the question. And then again, either answer the question. If not, that's fine also, but I just want to go around the room. All right. What are some common roadblocks or barriers that businesses encounter when attempting to achieve 10x growth, and how can they overcome it? All right. Let me just speak to that real quick. I think it also ties back to what Cassandra says. They don't do what their target audience need. They don't give them what they need. They give them what they think they need. All right. That's a big roadblock, right? So they're like, oh, I have this great product. Everybody's going to love it. And then you put it out there and like crickets, like, because you didn't even find out what they actually need, right? Everything I do is based on what my previous clients or the people that follow me say they want, right? People say they want to learn how to sell without being salesy. I created a coaching program for that, right? And then people say, well, they want to be visible, right? I created a platform for them to speak, right? And because of that, I get a lot of testimonials because I'm giving people what they say they want. Okay, so that's what I would say. And real quickly, for those of you, some of you may not know, but we're having an event coming up in about 2 weeks in DC. For those of you that want to show up, it's a dinner gala night. Our 5th anniversary of our group, Promote Your Business, and it's open to everybody. So I just put the information in the chat. Click on it. If you want to show up, we still have a few tickets. Just click on that. All right. So let's go around the room. Who would like to go first? Cassandra.
Sure. I love this question. And the first thing that comes to my mind is inflexibility. We do need goals, but we also have to have some flexibility. If you're so conscious, so focused on the result and not the process, that you end up, it's taking too long. I should have 10x by now. And you start to do the very thing that we've been talking about getting away from. That negative self-talk starts, and you slow down your progression. So have a goal in mind, work towards that goal. Yes, keep it in the forefront because that's going to help you make decisions, but master the process every step of the way. If you're doing the right things, if you're implementing your plan, the solution is going to be there. The success will be there on the other end. Roadblocks are going to come up. That's where that flexibility comes in. Oh, I need to take this detour because all of a sudden the road's not there anymore. Take the detour, but allow it to lead you right back to the path that you were trying to get to. So that you continue to move forward towards that ultimate goal. But give yourself some grace, be flexible, and don't get so overcome with the goal that it overwhelms you. So keep moving forward no matter what.
Awesome. And how can we reach you, Cassandra?
You can reach me on all the socials under my name. I mean, all of them. I'm out there. And right now we do have in May, I'll be hosting the next vision board event. I think part of our issue is not having clarity about what it is that we really want. So you can go to findyourvision.today and register for the event. And we'll spend a couple of hours with a goal setting workshop and give you the opportunity to create your vision board.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Amberly.
Okay, everybody. So just a few things. We want to show up in the best way for our clients. And the way that we do this is not only mindset and outlook, but we are making sure that it is about them, my friends. It is not about us. It is about bringing value. It is about making sure that their needs are met. So we're listening. And that's the key point, is make sure when you show up, when you're ready for a meeting, when you're ready for networking, wherever it is that you are choosing to do business, that you are listening before you're speaking. You can reach me on all the socials. I have an event coming up July 13th. I did put that in the chat. If you are looking to learn more about self-development and gratitude, I would love to see you. Reach out to me. Let's connect and learn how I may bless and serve you. Have a great week, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, folks. So we're going to close in a few minutes. So just hang on tight, everybody, as we go to Leah Garcia.
Awesome. I would say the biggest thing I see, hurdle I see people is that they think that everything is important. They don't know the difference between urgent and important. And if everything's important, then nothing's important. Then you get lost in the sauce like a meatball, right? So you have to know the difference. And I would say make a laundry list of all the things that you can do in your business. Just do a brain dump and then find the one thing that is probably the thing that you don't want to do. You don't want to do podcasts. You don't want to get on videos, right? And that's probably that one thing that'll take you from where you are to that 10x in your business. Easiest way to reach out to me is on LinkedIn. I'm on that all the time. That's my best platform. You can also go on my YouTube channel. We've got the Money Minute. We also have the Wall of Wealth, and you can message me there and hand it back to you, Eric.
Thank you. Thank you. Your one-liners are something else. Like I can get on this call just for your one-liners. You get lost in this house like me, Bob. All right, let's go to Zion. Zion, do you want to share real quick? At least let us know how to reach you.
All right, thank you so much. Just to answer to Cora's question, I think one of the major barriers is most people are trying to achieve a 10 times growth using a one-time strategy. So if you want to achieve a 10-time growth, you have to change your strategy. So I think that's one way to overcome such a barrier. And if you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn, Zion Inogiru, Mr. Positive Energy. I'm always active there. Yeah. So thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Eric.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, Annie.
I think on Coral's question, I would say, look, many of us make the mistake of thinking if we do more, if we work harder, it will work. That's not the answer. Now, Leah mentioned what the answer is. This work harder, do more mentality is almost like a fly trying to fly out the window. He's gonna keep bashing his head against the window, keep flying harder and harder. Guess what it does in the end? It dies. The door's open. Fly out the door. Find a solution in your business. There's simple things that can move you forward. Do those things. Don't do the dumb things that everyone else is doing. Find your quantum leap, seriously. For me, it was mindset. And we're counterintuitive to what we think. I haven't got time. I'm too busy. I ain't got time. We will say meditate, and take time for yourself to improve yourself personally. It sounds like we're being crazy, but we're not. No, that's a solution. It moves you forward more than 10x your business. That's the answer. You can find me on LinkedIn, of course. LinkedIn is my favorite place. I'll share my profile in the comments. Otherwise, you find me on every social platform, apart from TikTok, at global.media.
All right. Appreciate you. All right, folks. Well, we are winding down. Man, this has been an incredible call. I mean, nuggets and information. We have hundreds of people from all over the world. This is incredible. For me, folks, the best way to find me is, first of all, I'm Eric F. King all over the internet. Eric F. King. Not Eric King. That will get you 100 people. Eric F. King, okay? F like in Frank, okay? As in foresight, okay? As in future and fortune. I'm sorry, I don't know why I kept going there. But anyway, all right. So, by the way, just real quick, if you want more information on my sales coaching, go to compassionatecloser.com. Okay, you'll get my ebook. You'll be able to set an appointment with me. If you want to come to our event this in 2 weeks, you'll see the information in there. And if you're interested in speaking on my stage, go to studiospeaking.com. All right, so with that, we are going to close out. Let me just hide that. Okay, so thank you to all my speakers, Leah Garcia, Amberly, Zion, Annie, Cassandra. It's been incredible. And remember, folks, come back on Monday, the same time. We're going to be on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all over, Facebook. All right. So again, it has been a plum-pleasing pleasure to be with you this morning. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.